I am back here today because I'm going to talk about, is life but an empty dream? I say no. And I'm going to get into it in a few moments. And I believe most of you would agree with me, but I think there are times that some people don't. There's a lot of despair that occurs in our society now more than ever, unfortunately. But let me get into some things before I go to our main point. As usual, I want to thank my Video Rock Stars group. So many people to thank. Always Gina Carr, my friends in my mastermind membership group, Ravi Tang. He and Gina also talked about StreamYard. Gina showed us, and then Ravi explained some things to me. Linda Shurin, Lori King, Jana. I also want to give a shout out to Annette Fazio. Fabulous, fabulous message she had. I put it on my timeline on Facebook. I highly encourage you all to go and watch it because she is a woman of a certain age, as I am. She's even older than me, and I'm a woman of a certain age. It was an amazing message. Also, Ian McNeil, Linda Sherwin, Kathy Bathy has some great messages. So many people. I don't want to forget anybody. But in case I do, just go check it out. Check out Video Rockstars Challenge. You'll see all these wonderful messages. Oh, Barbara Barron. She talks about the food. You can freeze avocado and eggplant. Can you believe that? I did not know. I think I knew about eggplant, but I did not know about avocado. And I know there's some lovely people out there, people at whom I know I haven't seen in a while, that they love to cook, and they'll appreciate that. They may know that anyway. All right, let's get to the main point. Is life but an empty dream? I say no. Does it feel like it can be at times? Of course. Where does it come from? It comes from a poem, which I'm going to get to. Before I do, I'm going to tell you, I was not a poet aficionado. Like many of you, we had to learn Walt Whitman and Emily Dickinson in high school. I believe maybe it was the end of high school, college, E.E. Cummings. He had those words in different places. William Carlos Williams, I think he was a poet. The name rings a bell. Of course, it's a little unusual too. Then as I get a little bit older, I appreciate some of the quotes that came from the contemporary poets, such as Robert Frost, Mary Oliver. Somebody gave me a book of Mary Oliver poems. I need to read it. Finally, I have some wonderful colleagues in the writing world, Laura Staley, Paula Goodman, and Johnny Johnston. They write exquisite poetry on Biz Catalyst. You might want to check them out. Now, returning, also William Butler Yeats, beautiful. He's not a contemporary. He's not from this time, obviously. But neither is the man that wrote the poem that I'm about to tell you, A Psalm of Life by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And why this poem resonates with me, because it really is about life. So let me tell you the first stanza and then the first line of the second stanza. I actually memorized this poem, and I read it in my mother's eulogy, and then I forgot a stanza. Everybody just sitting there waiting for me. And thank God I had my phone in front of me and quickly found the stanza I was missing. Since then, I've memorized it even more, and I say it on a regular basis pretty much because it just resonates with me. So here's the first stanza in the first line. Tell me not in mournful numbers that life is but an empty dream, for the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is earnest, life is real. Now, there's much more to this poem. It's so powerful. I think it was the most translated, or one of the most translated poems throughout history. It wasn't that long ago. I mean, a couple of 100 years maybe. I don't remember when Wadsworth Longfellow, I don't know his time of life, but it was long before mine. It also, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow noted somewhere that at some point a man approached him and said that this poem prevented him from committing suicide. It was so powerful to him because it's about life. It's not about sugarcoating it. It's about living. And I think so many people have despair, right? Not just right now, which it's certainly heightened, but throughout life. And I'm going to talk more about this. I mean, suicide is rampant in our society. Adolescent suicide doubled. Male suicide's always on the rise, as is female, which I'll get to tomorrow. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I want you to think about the importance of life and how, being a bookaholic, I will say you can turn the page and it can change. Now, you might say, I've turned the page, turn another and another, and maybe a chapter, and then eventually it will. So let me leave you with the final stanza of this magnificent poem. And I think this will resonate with all of those who believe that we have many chapters. And even of those who may doubt, just consider it. Let us then be up and doing with a heart of any fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labor and to wait. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. You can learn more about me by visiting DarleneCorbett.com. You can hear more from me by visiting Tap Into the Power of You. Bernie Siegel, the wonderful author in his late 80s, amazing, and his gifted grandson, Charlie. The interview will inspire you, not because of me, because of them. Their energy is just, you can't put it into words. Also, you can follow me on social media, and you can come to Worcester, Massachusetts, if you can find that station, 97.9, beginning Monday. Melody Beach and I are talking about connections count. I look forward to having you at least listen, and you can let me know if you do. All right, everyone. I will be back tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.